name's Mike O'Brien, and this is Winning the Volume War for Sound Techs. Hey sound guys and sound gals, I want to talk a little bit about winning the volume war for sound techs and kind of our role in this process. Now you know what it feels like to be running a mix and have somebody come back to you in anger and frustration saying that they think the mix is too loud. And oftentimes this brings a lot of shame and people do it in a very condemning way, and I want to say I'm sorry about that. I know what that feels like and it's very frustrating. But as we have a more informed conversation about this, I think we can help people and we can help ourselves and our congregations work together to win the volume war. Number one, prep, control, and ask. Prepare the stage. Make sure that the stage is ready for music making, that cables and monitors and microphone stands, they're all in a good place to make the best music and capture the best music. Make sure your amplifiers are pointing in the direction you want them to point. Make sure that singers have their microphones at their mouth and not at their chest or at their head, and that the stage is ready to make music. Control. Know what you control and what you don't control. So as the worship band is practicing, turn your master fader down. That's the stuff that you can't control. Whatever you're hearing on the stage is the stuff that you will not be able to control. So know what you control and what you don't control. And then what you don't control during rehearsal, you can have some influence of making that better. So if the bass amp is causing too much rumble on the stage or the monitors are too loud and boomy, you can fix that before the actual game time begins. So know what you control and what you don't control by turning down that master fader and tweaking. And then ask permission from the musicians. Hey, can I have the kick drum? Can I have the snare drum? Hey, can you give me the acoustic guitar? You need to be an active person in the process that works very quickly with the band to say, hey, I need to hear the keyboard for a second. Can I hear the keyboard? And then even asking musicians, can you play up a little bit or play down, or I think if you use these kind of sticks it would sound better. Just communicate what you think would help the sound, because sometimes the people on the stage have no idea what it sounds like out there, but you can help. Number two, EQ, compress, and automate. Obviously, equalization is a big part. Learn as much as you can, but in general, you want to take the rumble out. You want to take those low-end frequencies out of the things that don't need a lot of low ends. So pretty much everything but bass guitars, kick drums, and floor toms, there can be some kind of shelving to get rid of that rumble. And then you want to compress. You want to compress things that have a tendency to jump out and hurt people's ears. And the more they're compressed, even if they're louder the whole time, they won't hurt people's ears. So learn compression, no compression. On most instruments on a worship stage, there probably can be some benefit from compression. Also, automate. Be an active mixer. Keep your hands on the faders and listening, turning up solos and down solos and up singers and down singers. Know when singers are singing low and kind of out of their range, they're going to need a little boost. And when they're singing really high and kind of crazy, you can bring them down. But you want to be an active mixer. Do not just stand there and kind of say, well, it is what it is, but put your hands on the faders. Number three, walk and watch. So very important that you walk out from the soundboard and into the congregation and stand and sit and close your eyes and pretend like you're grandma and you're there. What's that experience going to be like? Pretend like you're somebody's girlfriend and that it's your first time in church in 10 years. What's that experience going to be like? Close your eyes and watch. When worship is happening, look at people. If you see 5 people going like this, then there's something that needs to happen. If you see people moving away from speakers and trying to take cover, you know that something's happening. If you know that the room is kind of flat and there's not a lot of activity, you want to maybe bring up the volume, bring up the energy. It'll communicate things to you. And then finally, the overall volume. Think about and look at the overall volume. After you've done all those other things, when you move that master fader just a little bit, it should make a big difference. So work together with pastors, musicians, other sound techs, and let's together win the volume war.